Now let's touch on an issue that trended in the past week. It's about the AFCON. A certain manager, Jurgen Klopp, referred to the AFCON as a little tournament. I mean, the reaction was global, I must say. You know, the interview trended on Sky, on several platforms. Everybody had a say on this. Everybody, even the Algerian FA, had to quote the tweet from the Nigerian journalist Ojora Babatunde that, you know, thank you for speaking up for Africa and all that. You know, opinions were flying here and there.
Nigeria FA are sick.
A lot of opinions were here and there. I mean, like I said, it was global. It actually trended, and Klopp was asked the question, how are you feeling the fact that there won't be any international break till March? And he had to remind the journalist there's a little tournament in Africa in January. You know, his excuse was like he's not a native speaker, and it was ironic. You know, he didn't mean it that way and all that. But we all saw how the question was put to him by the Nigerian journalist. You know, there's this talk that he didn't put the question out there. Well, some journalists as well in Nigeria were against him for the way he came out with the question and the way he put it out to Jurgen Klopp, trying to force the apology on him, trying to force words on him. I'm going to put it to you. You're one of the reputable people out there. So, you know, you were silent in all of this. So
because there's nothing to talk about.
So I'm going to put it to you. What was your take on this whole drama regarding the AFCON, referred to as a little tournament and all that?
First off, the AFCON is a little tournament. Yes, it is a little tournament. I said it and I have no apology. Now, OJB did what he needed to do. Let's be honest. There is a subtle competition amongst all journalists. So when Omar Katuba did that thing with Carlo Ancelotti,
yeah,
every other Nigerian journalist felt like the new next holy grail is to go abroad and go to pressers, because Omar Katuba has done that. So they need their moment of glory. That's OJB. Do I have a problem with OJB? No. OJB did what a man has to do, what a man has to do to survive.
Yeah.
So he did what he needed to do. But let's come to the broader context. Nigerian journalists, Nigerian media, every Africans call the French league the Farmers League. The French people have not come out to say, why are you calling us the Farmers League? How dare you call a league that have produced Zidane, Cantona, Jean-Pierre Papin, Thierry Henry, Arsene Wenger, George Opongwe, Victor Nosai Kweba, just to name a few, all of these great players for the world. Karim Benzema, Sidney Govou, Junior Panabicano. Just, I can name a whole lot. How dare you call this league the Farmers League? A league that produced players that have gone on to turn the Premier League on its head. A league that produced Robert Pires. A league that produced all of these great players, Claude Makalele. A league that produced players that won the World Cup in 1998 and also in 2018. You call that league the Farmers League. The league that is currently hosting the Ballon d'Or winner yesterday, Lionel Messi. That have Kylian Mbappe. That have Neymar. You call that league the Farmers League. Nobody's angry. It's okay. It's figure of speech. You call it whatever you want to call it. Okay? The French league is greater than every other league in Africa. Yet we call it the Farmers League. We don't call the South African League or the Egyptian League or the Tunisian League or the Algerian League the Farmers League. They don't get angry. Africans are too petty. We like to raise this racist card every time. That's the only card we like to play. We're stupid people, lazy people. Listen, African Nations Cup is going on. The Premier League is going on. There is a match, Manchester United, Liverpool, Nigeria versus Egypt. Who are you going to watch? Everybody's going to watch the Premier League game. All Africans, even Nigerians and Egyptians, will watch that game. That's the truth. So let's not sit where we are and behave like they need to be validated.
Even the new date for the Club World Cup, I think it's around early February, and the AFCON is still on.
It's going on.
And they fixed a date.
Would they do that if the Euros is going on? Let's not forget that. Last night, Lionel Messi won the Ballon d'Or, which I believe he rightly won, and Nigerians, fanaticals, are already saying that common Copa America that he won. Yes, I've seen that. I've seen journalists, Nigerian sports journalists. I've seen a lot of people say that. South Americans are not going to get angry with you. Is it because it's Jurgen Klopp that said it? Is it because Jurgen Klopp said it? No, I don't think we even have the right to be angry in the first place. We Africans don't even value the African Nations Cup. When was the last time you watched an African Nations Cup and there's a packed full stadium? When was the last time? Think about it. Just pause and think back. When was the last time you watched an African Nations Cup and the stadium is packed full? When? That's not the time. The Nations Cup is even going on. We don't even follow it. We don't follow it. We only follow for our team. Once our team is done, we don't follow the other team. Some people don't even know the teams are qualified. And I'm talking sports journalists. Cannot call off their head the teams are qualified for this Nations Cup. Most of the qualifiers of the African Nations Cup, some people didn't watch. And you're saying it's not a small tournament. Come on, brother. It's a small tournament. The African Nations Cup is a small tournament. You don't tell people that you are big. You show people that you are big. And Africans have not shown themselves to be big. First off, let me give you this. South American players have been voted for players that are playing in South America, and the world did not come down crashing. They've nominated players that are playing in South America, playing for Boca Juniors, Cruzeiro, all of those teams, Universidad, alongside Neymar and the rest of them. They voted for them. Who won? Suarez or Neymar or Have we ever been able to nominate an African Footballer of the Year from players that are playing in African League alongside players that are playing in Europe? The answer is no. When we're voting for African Footballer of the Year, we look for players that are playing in European clubs to vote our African Footballer of the Year. Then we now made a miniature award, for the home-based players. Who does that? Do you see that in Europe? Do you see that in South America? Do you see that in North America? Are we not stupid people? It's because we're small, we're narrow-minded, we're cowing and bowing to the colonial people. So now we won because the colonials have not taken what we give to them, have not responding in the way we behave ourselves to them, and now we're not crying blue mother. We're bringing racism into the conversation. We're acting like, oh, somebody stole our candy, somebody took our Christmas chicken, or somebody took our sacrificial lamb that we want to use for sacrifice. No, we're stupid people. To get angry and be acting the way we're acting, putting up, that's the reason why I was quiet. Putting up all those drama that we're putting up is stupid. Did Jurgen Klopp get it right? It's a question of, it is the truth, but you shouldn't be saying it. You know how people say that thing? It's the truth. I remember I used to get that when I was in Brilla. That is true, but it shouldn't be you that is saying it. So who should say it? Who have the mandate to say it?
You don't care about his intent. You just felt it was
There is no intent. The Nations Cup is a small tournament. So let us do measurement. Let's do measurement. The World Cup is the biggest national team tournament in the world. What's the next one?
It has to be Euros.
After Euro, what's the next one?
Maybe Club Football Champions League.
No, we're still talking national team. It's Copa America.
Yeah, Copa America, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
And then even CONCACAF right now is bigger than the African Nations. What are we saying? In the league, in the list of competition, African Nations Cup is the smallest in terms of reward, in terms of organization, in terms of anything. The trophy, the value of the trophy itself, everything. The Nations Cup is a small tournament. If you're speaking from the position, if let's say for instance, Cool FM, Musaili is talking about radio station now, and it will say there's a small radio station, Elegota TV radio. Yes, I am a small radio station compared to where he's standing. If you have Obosi, the guy that have Beat FM, Lagos Talk, and the rest of them, if it's talking in context to my radio station, it will say there's one small radio station that doing one guy that is doing one small online radio station. It's a fact. I have no reason to be angry. That's the truth. If my only anger, if I want to show him that I'm a big station, is to grow big and prove that I've come of age. I'm a small boy. The African Nations Cup is a small Nations Cup. Anger does not make us big. Okay? Anger does not make us big. I was on the podcast with John Fashion, and we're talking, and he's very big on racism because of all the things. Yeah. And I borrowed the words of Trevor Noah, and I said to him, how do you know that monkey chant or banana is for you? White man and black man are standing and he's doing monkey chant and you are angry. How come it's not the white person? And he said he never thought about it. I said it's because you're owning it, because in your heart you're small. In your heart you've seen yourself as a monkey, as an animal. So once they say monkey, 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 you think it's you. Because myself and a white man cannot be standing and you say monkey, 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 and I think it's me. If the African Nations Cup is small, it's small. If we can prove that the African Nations Cup is not small again, our players are not running to slave contracts in Europe, our players are not running away to go sign any deal in Europe, are not begging, are not writing to clubs and are going online to beg agents and even enslave themselves, sell their family properties to go play in Europe, then we've come of age. How many European players have you seen running to come to Africa? See, it's not just about the Nations Cup. It's about our football. Africa, in the eyes of any European, is a small continent. Because Any man who have as much resources as we have and still go out there cap in hand begging and can't feed his family is a small man, right? You can be 70 years old and I'm 43, going to be 44 next month. If you keep coming to me to ask me for money to pay your children's school fees, to pay your house rent, to feed your family, you are a small man before me. You are a small man before me, so it's got nothing to do with age. The African Nations Cup, truth be told, is a small tournament. So, in the context of the conversation, let's go to the context of what Liverpool was saying. Jurgen Klopp was saying. You ask him a question, there's no international break between now and March. And he said there's a small tournament in Africa coming on. So, it was just him referring to, in case the journalist that's asking the question did not realize. And it's an African journalist. Right?
Yeah.
So an African journalist saying that there is no international break between now and March. What was he looking for? How is that related to Liverpool's football contest? How is that if you're not fishing for trouble?
Yeah, because the fact that Klopp has always complained about international break.
So if you're not fishing for trouble, you wouldn't come up with that. Liverpool's playing a game, focus on the game, focus on the quality of the players, focus on the tactics and all of that. But you're not focusing on that. You're focusing on this. And then the man gave you an answer. You know how we ask questions, but we're not ready for the response that will come from that question. Once that response comes, we start getting agitated. Right? That's exactly what happened. But the truth of the matter is every African journalist, every Nigerian journalist knows that the AFCON is a small tournament. Now, to make it easy, every journalist that is planning to go cover the AFCON in Cameroon in January, if you give them a chance to get accreditations to a European game within that same period and another accreditation to the AFCON, which one would they go? All expenses paid. Go ask them which one would they go. They will all go to Europe.
Interesting. So do you think the fact that Klopp, two of his key players are Africans, do you think is kind of put him in a handicap situation for calling the tournament a little tournament? We have the likes of Mo Salah, one of his key players, Sadio Mane as well, and these two players will be heading to the AFCON. They play in Africa, and you call the tournament a little tournament.
These players didn't become big players because they play in Africa. Let's understand that.
True that.
Mo Salah is more of a European than he is an African. Let's be very honest. But Arab players will always be Arab players. Mo Salah was a 18-year-old boy when he played for Barcelona and against Chelsea, and did what he did. Africa didn't groom him, didn't produce him. Okay, he improved his talent playing in European football. Sadio Mane is the same thing. I mean, Sadio Mane was already in Europe at what age? I can't remember. What club did he play for in Senegal? Did he play for any club in Senegal?
I think so, but I can't remember.
What club did Mo Salah play in Egypt? How many clubs did he play in Egypt? So, the first Nations Cup that Mo Salah and Sadio Mane played, where did he come from? Did he come from African clubs to play there, or he went to Europe? This Mo Salah that we're all talking about now, that's African Footballer of the Year, that we're even saying should be among the world best. When did he become that? Did he become that playing in Africa, or he became that playing in Europe? So, if you're losing your star players, by any standard, you should be angry. You're losing your star players in the middle of the season. You should be angry. I'm not one of those people who say that the African Nations Cup should be moved to June because the weather here does not favor that. You can't move the Euros to December because there's winter. So, let's try and understand that that's going to happen. That's going to be a problem. But if you're standing from where Jurgen Klopp is standing, like he's an Otedola, and I am standing where I'm standing, and you're expecting Otedola to look at me and feel like we're co-equal because he wants to sound diplomatically correct, it's wrong. I'm not on the same level with DJ Copy financially. Yeah. She drives a 70 million Ferrari. That money, that Ferrari alone will solve all the problem that I have right now, and there'll still be money in the bank saved to buy Bitcoin, to call Precious Omosuwe to come and help me invest money on cryptocurrency. But that's what she drives. One of what she drives. That's not all that she have to drive. That's one of what she drives. On the level that she's operating, I'm a small boy. On my own level, I'm a big boy to some other people, right? Because I'm flying the things that they are dreaming of. I'm hanging out with people that they are dreaming of just taking pictures with. But on another level, I'm a very small boy. I have my own studio. Alibaba set up his own. I don't know if you've been to Alibaba studio, but you've seen the pictures of Alibaba studio. Would you choose this studio ahead of Alibaba studio? The answer is no. This is not. Once upon a time, this was a dream studio, right?
Yeah.
Today, if you look at this studio compared to Alibaba studio, would you choose this one? The answer is no. I know how many of my workers who went to Alibaba studio and they are wishing they want to go work there. Okay, if they get the opportunity, they won't they talk to me that, bros, hook us up with Alibaba. You're right. So it's just what it is. It is what it is. You grow if you want to grow, but if you don't grow, people will rate you the way you are. The age of Methuselah have got nothing to do with the wisdom of Solomon. It is there. It's just fact, right? The oldest people don't always rule the nation. African Nations Cup is a small tournament. Africans don't even watch it. Africans don't even follow it. It doesn't even hold water. You can win the African Nations Cup and come out, and somebody who did not participate in the African Nations Cup plays well for his club will win African Footballer of the Year. True or false?
That's true.
Emmanuel Sheyi Adebayo did not go to the African Nations Cup. He played well for Arsenal and won African Footballer of the Year. The people who won the African Nations Cup did not even get nominated. I win in this country. I win on this continent. So your performance for your club in Europe is rated higher than your performance for the national team. Emmanuel Sheyi Adebayo is a very good example. When America Aubameyang won the African Ball of the Year the first time, that time that he came and they stole his luggage got missing. Yeah. When he won that award, he didn't do anything with Gabon. Yeah. Other African players performed very well, extremely well. There's a player called Mohamed Aboutrika, performed so excellently well for the Egyptian national team, performed for Al Ahly, won everything there is to win, won the African Nations Cup, won the CAF Champions League. Did we give him anything? What did we do? We created African award and gave to him. The African Nations Cup is a small tournament. Africa is rated only based on what they do in Europe. And you see, our FA president goes to snap picture with players in Europe, even upcoming players. How many of those players in the Nigerian league have we snapped pictures with? Let's be honest here now. Is it that truth is a problem to us?
You are listening to Elegbete TV Radio.